Hey guys, Trent here again, back with another Wednesday Waffle. This week I'm coming to you from our training room. It's nice and quiet in here today, but I can guarantee you it wasn't yesterday. We had an all hands meeting where we got the whole crew together. We do that once a month, but it's always good, right? Gets lots of good conversation flowing. We get to learn from each other. But also, really importantly, pest control is a very mobile workforce, right? A lot of our guys and girls may not see each other from day to day, so it's a good time to get everyone together. So we do them regularly, but thankfully everyone's not in here today because you certainly wouldn't hear me with some of the noise that gets going. But what I wanted to talk about today was the heart of the termite colony, or the termite queen. So termite colonies are made up of a number of cases. You start from an egg, they go to a nymph, then they either go into a worker, reproductive, or a soldier. And so it's the reproductive, or the queen, that is the real heart of the colony. And why that is, it's a bit of a myth, or a sort of mistruth, I guess, that she controls the colony. There's no evidence that that's the case, but what she does is produce eggs and produce young. And without eggs and young, a colony can't survive. And we're talking on significant scale. A termite queen can lay up to 1,000 eggs a day, and she's just an absolute egg factory. So a colony like Coptotermes or Shedorhinotermes, for instance, a really strong, healthy, virile colony, will have up to 1 million, 2 million individuals. And that's really capped by the fact that if you've got a worker, for instance, that lasts about or lives about 12 months in natural circumstances, and you're laying 1,000 eggs a day, you can only replace 365,000 eggs, give or take a few, I guess. So as they're naturally dying, that you sort of get that upper limit of 1 million, 2 million individuals. Obviously, that's going to change if she lays 800 eggs a day as she gets older. If maybe you've got a really virile queen, she's laying a lot more. But just rough numbers, huge numbers. And that's why playing with termites can be a bit of a numbers game. But really cool, and what I wanted to talk about today was this little specimen I've got here. It's what we call a Pfizer gastric queen. So you can see just here, that's the head, and that big bulbous part there is actually an inflamed abdomen or a swollen abdomen, and that's where the egg production or the magic happens. If I turn it around here, you should be able to see just sort of there, a normal worker. So she's much, much bigger. Like I said, just a pure egg factory. She just lays there and pumps out eggs. Now, I believe this is from Termite exidiosis. I believe it came from Inverell, from my grandfather's farm. Unfortunately, around Taree, we don't have many mound-building species and things that make it really easy to find a Pfizer gastric queen. So we had to go outside. But what happens, I've got another little display here. It's in a box, so I don't make too much mess. This is Termite's walker eye nest, an arboreal nest, but it's great for demonstration. As you can see there, lots of fungus growth and stuff. That's all because we've got lots of dead termites in there because we've managed to kill this one. But just around here, you can see a nursery area. So what happens is the queen sits in there and she just pumps out eggs. Obviously, when the colony starts and it's very small, you get the king and the queen, they'll tend to the eggs. But as the colony grows, workers come into play. She just sits there, she's just pumping out, like I said, about 1,000 eggs a day. The workers are tending to them, they're feeding them, they're growing into adults, reproductives, all those sorts of things. Termite colonies can have multiple queens, especially like species like Heterotermes ferox, for instance, or maybe Microceratomes turneri. These guys are known to have multiple queens. And what tends to happen, or why that happens, is because the primary queen, or the first form queen, dies off, or her production starts to reduce. And so what they do then is they recruit in a second form queen, and usually that second form queen, because they're not that primary queen, their production is a little bit lower than the initial queen, and they'll replace her with multiple queens. So really cool. A termite queen can live for about 20 years, so 1,000 eggs a day, or the best part of, for 20 years. I think she's well and truly deserves retirement once she gets there. Anyway, that's our Wednesday Waffle for this week, and just under 5 minutes. I think that's a win.